So there's a wonderful book I wanted to make reference to by Swami Muktananda, and it's called The Play on Consciousness. And it's really good. I mean, I like to read different things, and this book's been around. It's kind of hard to get, actually. Maybe you can get it on Amazon. But anyway, so he gives some key points that I thought I'd share with you this morning, being that we just came out of Mahashivaratri on March the 1st. And here's what he says. He says, "This is my observation. There is value in viewing the world as a play." Swami Sai Baba, Blessed Baba, he always said that. Oh, life is a play. It's all a play. And he would laugh. He was giggly. So there's value in viewing the world as a play. That which you witness, knowing that it is an illusion, it doesn't affect your inner peace. When you know that life is a game, life is a play, and you are the author, you are the character in your own play, you wrote the script, you did it all. You did it. When you wake up to that, you will laugh too. I think that's why Buddha laughed when he woke up. It's like, oh my God, I wrote a story. So he says, I knew that I was perceiving an illusion. At the same time, I also perceive the present experience. So it's not like you're floating off somewhere. You are very present, but you know it's a dream. Your feet are on the ground. You are grounded and anchored. You are here, but you know it's a dream. There it is. Though I was being carried away by the flood, I experienced joy. Have you ever been carried away by a flood? A flood of mental chatter. A flood of negativity coming to you. And you get carried away. You go down with it. Instead of maintaining that state of equilibrium where you realize life is a dream, it's a play, it's an illusion, and you don't get sucked into the vortex of negativity. Your peace is not disturbed in any way. He was carried away by the flood, a literal flood, but he experienced joy. He says there are 3 acts in the play of infinite consciousness. The first is the invocation. You, the self, with a capital S, dwells in me, in a state of equilibrium and pure witness consciousness, without form and without the divisions of time and space. So you are the divine seer, witnessing time and space, in the body, not of the body, completely at rest, at peace, as the observer of the dream. Then he says, Act 1 is creation. The energy of infinite consciousness, and in parenthesis, he writes, without abandoning its true nature. Have you abandoned your true nature? That's a good question. He says the energy of infinite consciousness, without abandoning its true nature, manifests this creation. First, the notion of creation, then light and division of the universe. As a particle of consciousness moves in space, it does there what it did here earlier. Thus the sequence of time arises, as well as spatial distinctions. Then one after the other, the diverse beings are created. Act 2. Existence. Seeker, in parentheses, played by infinite consciousness who has forgotten his true nature. So you are infinite consciousness. You are Shiva consciousness. You are Christ consciousness. You are the Buddha consciousness, and you have forgotten your true nature. Who am I speaks, walks, stands, and functions on this elaborate stage known as the world. I should find this out. The sage, who is played by infinite consciousness. What is as it is. All this is the wonderful play of the mysterious power of consciousness. Experience this in utter tranquility. Act 3, Disillusion. The seeker, in parenthesis, played by infinite consciousness. The seeker of its own accord awakens itself to its own true nature. Realizing that all this is nothing but infinite consciousness, it attains equilibrium. Realizing itself as a non-entity, it is reabsorbed in the consciousness of which it is but a thought emanation. Whoa! You are a thought in the mind of God. And when you forget who you are as infinite consciousness, you get sucked in. The ego then fragments, and you are in this dance. You are believing you are this negativity, and that you are this depression. You are this sickness. You believe it. But once you awaken yourself, no one can awaken you. Once you awaken yourself, by choosing to remember the power of the decision maker in your mind, you're forever powerful, because the decision maker in your mind has the power to choose love or not love. Yeah, so it is us who awakens ourselves. Isn't that awesome? You're doing it all. You're the author. You're the whole play. You wrote the script. You are the character in your play. You're the director of your movie. You're all of it. And when you wake up, you merge back into infinite consciousness. And now you are the dreamer of the dream. And you are here witnessing this Leela in a tranquil state in the presence of God until the game is over in this lifetime. You lay the body down, and then you get up and you do it again and again and again and again. All kinds of agains from a different state, a different place, a state of tranquility and peace. Doesn't it sound amazing? Yeah, it's beyond words. It's beyond accumulating knowledge or information or words from the Course in Miracles or any book, even the play of consciousness. But it is a choice in every moment to decide, what teacher do I want to listen to? The Shiva, the Christ in me, the Spirit, or the ego? Ooh, if I listen to the ego, well, I'm going to create lots of dramas and dreams and craziness and react to them all, when in fact I'm doing it to myself. And if I choose to follow the Christ, Shiva, I'm sitting in the state of equanimity, equilibrium. I'm in a tranquil place. I'm still in the world, but my peace is not disturbed at all. Wouldn't it be nice to live each day like that? I mean, we are seeing a mass. Remember the book Wetiko? This is Wetiko at its finest. The ego fragmentation that we are witnessing today, which is simply a reflection of the conflict in your own mind on a massive scale. We call it a war. We call it a pandemic. We call it bad political leaders. But it's all due to the conflict in the mind, reflected back.